So today I want to talk about how to prepare for marriage. If you're a woman who has the desire for long life companionship and wishes to serve, this is for you. If you're a young lady or an older lady who's looking to get married, my voice is for you. If you know marriage is beyond just the celebration and making it on Instagram, well, this is also for you. If you don't know you are ready for marriage, this one is also for you. I'd like to give you some perspective. So, marriage is a journey of personal and emotional growth. Well, I have a few uncommon tips to share, as I always do, with you from experience just down the road. So, let's get right into it. How do you prepare for marriage as a woman? The first thing I would say is that you become celibate. You ask why? Yes, because it gives you a clearer vision of yourself and the type of person that you will marry. Sex is not just a physical, but a deeply emotional act. Every time a woman engages in sex with a man, she pair bonds with him, with the man, and therefore a part of her is taken by the man. Whether he knows it or not, it's just done. And if you just sit there and think, oh, it doesn't have the same effect on a man, no, it doesn't. A man can lay with anything. It has absolutely no bearing on his emotions. But now imagine what happens when a woman has multiple partners. She depletes her own energy through that act over and over again to the point that she gets so emotionally clouded, and she will keep picking the same pattern of men who may not necessarily be healthy and ideal for her. That's how you find that people get into a pattern of picking the same type of men. Now, in preparing for marriage, a woman needs to clear her head and her emotional pathway in order to be able to think clearly. Now, not having sex allows you as a woman to focus on finding out if potential suitors are a good match in terms of values and their interest aligning with you or with yours. It helps you make a well-informed decision before committing to a relationship and then eventually what might then turn into a marriage. Not only that, celibacy also allows you to focus on your personal goals, your own aspirations, your own self-discovery without all the distractions that may come with sexual relationship. You're there after he has slept with you once, you're busy thinking, is he calling me back? Am I falling in love with him? Do I like this about him? When actually you're supposed to be dealing with your own goals at hand. You see, that clarity that comes with celibacy helps you to understand what your desires are, what values are very important to you, and what are your priorities. You lay a very strong foundation for a healthier marriage that way because your head is on right, knowing fully well that marriage is an institution that you are creating from scratch, using everything that you know from your own personal journey through life, right from when you were born, the way you were raised, the way you went through school, your skills, the skills you picked up along the line while you were at university, even if you didn't go, how you behave at work, everything comes to play a part in the type of marriage that you are going to have. Now, if you're not a virgin, you need to become celibate immediately. If marriage is a goal, if it's not a goal, oh, by all means, do whatever you wish with your body. But at the same time, even if marriage is not a goal, wouldn't you prefer to have a clear mind, a sound mind, a good mental health? You're not doing it for the next man coming along. You're doing it for you. A lot of the benefits of femininity, of being a woman or being a woman, lies in the benefits, the ultimate goals it has for you. It's the benefit for you. Everybody else that comes around you only gets to benefit as a result of you being your best self. So I believe there are only two ways to get married. You are either young and naive and you just walk right into it. Yes, a lot of us do that. Or you are much older and you become strategic. In other words, you are wiser. There are lots of examples in the society we live today. Just have a look around you and you'll see that those are the two ways. Now, here's why I said strategic when it comes to the older or more seasoned. It's because there is a quote that I came across from an anonymous that said, we are forced to marry early because they know that the older we get, the more we learn about people, the less likely we will want one. And I guess this is the problem with being older too. In this day and age, there's social media. Everybody is an expert in what they haven't even taken part in or what they haven't experienced. But how do you then get married well? Let me share this with you. See, the former happens when you fall into marriage and luckily pray to the heavens and the stars that they align and you marry a good man with whom you then grow together in the union. But the latter part refers to those who are much older. They're armed with information wherever it is they get it. I don't know. There is no wife school. But on the internet, of course. So, which is now the public library. Yeah. Or they've been previously married. They've walked through their mistakes. They've healed. Either way, commitment is necessary. Love is not enough. Don't let anyone fool you. So, are you willing to commit? Because that is the ultimate question in preparing for marriage. Are you willing to commit to yourself? Are you willing to commit to the person you've chosen? I'd like to think that you answered yes to my question. So, how do you prepare for marriage as a woman? You simply stop hunting and start working on yourself to become the spouse, the wife that is worth hunting for. That's it. And then you choose. Remember what I said in episode 1? I said men chase and women choose. Next thing you need to do is for you to develop a realistic view of marriage. What does marriage really look like in the real world? Not on Instagram, not on TikTok, not on YouTube, not hashtag couples goals, but the marriage you see in real life. Because the marriage you see on social media isn't always what it is cut out to be. Not all successful marriages are on there, and people are getting married every single day while you're there sitting on social media and just scrolling marriages away. Good marriages exist, and you will want to desire that version. You may find it helpful to speak to older, more experienced individuals who are already in marriage, long-term married couples that you love and respect. You need to speak to them to share their views and their pain points with you. Enjoy being alone, because if you're afraid of being alone, dear sis, then marriage is not for you. No, you need to be happy. You need to stay happy, because your happiness should not depend on other people, including your man. It is not his responsibility to make you happy. Your husband shouldn't be your world. It's unfair on him, and it doesn't hold you happiness. No. You should be so happy that he wants to be part of your happiness. And even if you're like that, the same will go for you as well. He should be so happy that you just think, God, this guy is always so happy. I want to be a part of what makes him happy. Marriage is a beautiful, fulfilling institution beyond all the wedding, the glitz and the glamour that you see online. Another thing for you is to learn how to be authentic. Can you really be your real self without acting? You have to learn to be yourself, and in doing that, you must have assessed and accepted your own flaws, your own strengths, your own weaknesses. You know what you like, you know what you don't, you know what are your deal breakers, and in that, you still have the ability to be open and flexible, knowing that life is very, very unpredictable. You don't know what will happen in the next 5 years down the line. So you need flexibility, because it is key on that onward journey of marriage. Things will happen that will most probably go beyond your control. You will evolve from the person you are now, and your partner will evolve too. Are you prepared for that? In order to weather that storm ahead, what will get you through is your ability to be flexible in actions and in your thoughts. But also, you want to learn not to take yourself too seriously. You want to learn how to laugh. Some women are so stuck up, it's unreal. You need humor in order to navigate the years that are coming to you, the years ahead. Laughter will make your heart lighter, along with so many useful skills. You need to learn some useful skills and be very resourceful. In preparing for marriage, you will find it useful to learn to cook, to learn to clean, to learn to organize, learn how to learn, and learn how to be teachable too. You need to be able to pursue your own passions and interests. So when you're asked, how was your day? You have something to share, something substantial, something tangible, something interesting. When you're asked, what do? You have things to say other than your job. You are not your job. There is more to you being a woman than your job. Don't know so much about your job that you don't know much about you yourself. So knowing yourself as a woman is very useful. So that when life gets boring along the way, which it will, the woman in you will come out to bridge the gap. When life gets boring, and life does get boring after a while, it's inevitable. Nobody can run away from it, especially in marriage. There are going to be down times, there will be up times. So we as women, we need to be intentional to keep it interesting. You don't want to get so caught up in life admin and life chores that eventually you realize that you and your husband are slowly becoming each other's only entertainment. Even though couples absolutely they love spending time with each other, you shouldn't entirely depend on each other for happiness, for love, for entertainment. If you can see what I mean, you should be so happy individually, such that you want to share in each other's happiness. So if you don't have a hobby other than scrolling through your phone, this might be a good time for you to find one. Try art, try drawing, try painting, writing, reading, wine tasting, solving puzzles, dancing, working out. Learn to dance for leisure. It's really important to be able to exist by yourself if you want to have a healthy relationship down the line. Existing with another person without you burdening them is the thing. You don't want to place your weight on them. You don't want to place your purpose on the other person. That is how you prepare for marriage. Like I always say, my way is not the way, but simply a way that offers you another perspective and other way of thinking in terms of being a woman and being a wife. I hope you found today's content valuable and helpful. Please don't forget to like so that you can reach more viewers, more wives, and more wives to be. Thank you.